Hey you guys, so we're back at Charlie. We have been missing in action for a little while with Christmas and school holidays. So we wanted to show you what we got up to the last time we were here. Dana's going to give us a little tour of the roof.
Cool.
Let's go.
I've actually achieved something up here, so let's go up. This is not our permanent ladder, this is like a temporary one that came with the rooftop tent. So we'll actually be building a permanent ladder later on. But as you can see, the rhino racks are down, one behind the other, all mounted up to the roof, so I'm very happy with that. And here is our awesome rooftop tent, which is the sleeping place for the girls. And this is made by Easy On, which is, when we researched everything, this is the best mid-range, value for money rooftop tent, and it's also super awesome quality.
Gonna give you guys a good little view from down the end.
So two little clicks, oh, it takes two little clicks here, and then we just throw it up. Voila, she's done. So it's super easy for the girls, they can pack it up themselves. Pick these up, and then feel free to come in. I will just quickly put this in. One more right here somewhere. So these click in, give you a little bit of shade, and we're ready. Awesome windows on the side. I'll lay down and sleep.
All right, so
Super cool, roomy. Look, you can even do star jumps. Oh, maybe not there. Maybe here. Star jump.
amazing. So inside we did do a little bit of work during the holidays. We actually took Charlie home back to the house, which was cool, and we painted a rubber seal on the floor. Dan's probably a bit better explaining about this, like what it was, why we did it.
Done a waterproofing paint because we wanted to seal all the holes, some sort of heat barrier as well, so it's not radiating through the holes, but just making sure everything's sealed so no water's coming up from underneath. And we just wanted to clean it up, and like when we pulled the vinyl off, there was a ton of glue.
Oh yeah.
And it took a huge amount of acetone and scrapers and
sanding.
Holly
with
sanding it like mental until we got it all off, and now we've coated it with this essential rubber paint, so it's very flexible. And so now we're ready to start putting stuff over the top of that because we're good to go.
Yeah. So on that note, here is us in action. Okay, you guys, so here it is in the flesh. This is our floor, all nicely painted, as you can hear. It's a little bit sticky when we walk around, but it's all good. We also wanted to show you guys that we had a little change of plan. So I don't know if you remember before, but we took all of this down. So this is where the air conditioning lives. And back here is where all the ducts ran all the way along the side. So what I've decided to do is pop this back, and then we're going to be able to enclose it in a really cool little shelf for all our goodies. We also want to show you now what today is going to look like. I will pop the camera here so we can give you a bit of a better look. Maybe Dan can show us what we're going to be doing.
So we got some 6mm marine ply, and we're going to line the edges of the walls today. So Holly's already done an amazing template of our wheel arch, where my foot is. And this one's trimmed, ready to go. We're just marking out the beams. One will be in, and then we will continue on down the rest of the bus, both sides. And then we will begin to, then we're going to line this flooring area here, where the bed's going to go.
Oh yeah.
We're going to cut out around the fuel pump, obviously, so we can still get access to that. And then we're going to look at lining the roof. So we've got the boards for the roof, and these studs you can see is actually what's holding in all the roof racks. And there's actually studs in under here as well, which is holding up all the rooftop tent. That's why we had to pull all this down, but now it's all back up. So we're ready to go, and you can see the amazing insulation job that Holly's done. Look at that. It's actually quite cool in here.
Yeah, it's pretty good today. I was just going to explain why we decided to do the marine ply under the bed as opposed to run the floorboards. We're going to be, well, the plan is that we're going to use Jarrah floorboards that Dan has had in hiding for a little while. That's really exciting, but they're really heavy. So we're planning on just lining under the bed with Jarrah, so it's still really easily... I don't know, it's really clean and just smooth for storage underneath the bed. But we're not adding that extra weight by putting the Jarrah under it. So let's get back to it.
Let's go back to it. Ready? Yes. Okay guys, we are at 4 p.m. on New Year's Eve, and we've gone after the lining on the sides and a little bit of flooring at the back, and I'll give you a quick tour. As you can see, we've got it done. So we're lined down one side. Whoa. Sorry, that looks weird. Let's do it this way. There we go. So we're lined all the way down one side with marine ply, and we've done the back bed area base to the floor with marine ply. So that's all been done. Went well. We've marked all of our joists for future fit-offs, and we've marked holes to mount the bed, etc. And we're ready to move to maybe doing the wooden floor here, pine lining on the roof, and cutting a big vent in here. That is the next goal.
Yep, that's all for today. Bye. Okay, so coming to you from the workshop this morning, guys. Look how beautiful Charlie looks. So for the last few days, we have been busy beavering away, and I'm gonna head inside so Dan can show you what we have been getting up to. Looks a little different in here. Hey, Dan.
Hey guys. So we have installed, after Holly had done all this huge 25mm foam, which is great, we put this layer of like a bubble wrap insulation across the whole thing to stop the heat coming through the ribbing, and we've started to mount all of our timber lining. We've also cut a hole for our fan, our extractor fan, which is, the plan for this is we open all the windows up all the time, fly wires on them, and then that fan draws the air through so outside becomes inside. That way we won't need an aircon, we'll just have the fan. This is a 3-speed fan, which I just get out now to crank it up to flat out. That's flat out, and it draws a huge amount of air.
Side note, everyone, Dan's being very humble about this fan. Look how many layers are in there. He literally completed this in no time at all, and it took cutting a hole in the roof, cutting a hole in the insulation, cutting a hole in the wood. You can see actually a whole post about it on Instagram. But yeah, that was an epic job done. What else?
Today we're going to finish this.
Yes.
And then we're going to maybe have a bit of a drive around and sort out what we're going to do with the floor.
Yes.
And maybe go to IKEA and look at the kitchen stuff. And we're starting to crack on with wiring.
Starting to get exciting.
Morning is getting a test today with the wind.
Yeah.
It's holding
Check
together.
it out. Nice and windy in here today. Whoa. Alrighty, well, we'll let you guys see the rest of our day unfold, and we'll catch you later. Say bye.
All right.
Bye.